NCIS Sydney Season 2 Cast and Character Guide. The NCIS franchise started over 3 decades ago, finding great success as the original and with several spin-offs. When the writers' strikes happened in 2023, fans were left without an NCIS fix for the first time in over 20 years. Meanwhile, a new spin-off, NCIS Sydney, was happening in another part of the world for the first out-of-country NCIS spin-off in history. The upcoming NCIS spin-off featuring Tony DiNazzo and Ziva David may also take place out of the US. Originally, there were no plans for NCIS Sydney to air on US television. But when the strikes shut down television production, CBS picked it up for the fall lineup. Fans rejoiced at the news of an order for a second season of NCIS Sydney, while we mourned the cancellation announcement for sister show NCIS Hawaii. The OG NCIS is still strong and will welcome NCIS Origins to the family soon. Here's everything we know about the cast and characters returning to Sydney in NCIS Sydney Season 2. The OG NCIS is still strong and will welcome NCIS Origins to the family soon. Here's everything we know about the cast and characters returning to Sydney in NCIS Sydney Season 2. Take a strong-headed agent in charge and add a few lower agents to partner up for the dirty work. Stir in one tech genius lab tech, a forensic scientist genius, and a brilliant medical examiner, and you have the formula for a kick-ass team. NCIS Sydney has all that, and the beauty of the coastal island adds extra character. Here's the lineup for our second season with the Sydney crew. Michelle Mackey, Olivia Swan. While NCIS has Parker and Hawaii has Tennant, Sydney has badass NCIS Special Agent in charge Michelle Mackey. Before joining NCIS, Mackey was a Marine Corps pilot. She's straightforward, by the book, and a very in-your-face patriotic American. She tends to have a hot head and makes impulsive decisions while holding back her emotions. There are plenty of secrets left for fans to discover. Actress Olivia Swan portrays Mackey with the same skill and precision as in her previous role as astrologue on DC's Legends of Tomorrow. JD Dempsey, Todd Lassence. JD is the Australian counterpart to Mackey, a veteran sergeant in the Australian Federal Police AFP. As second-in-command on a dual-nationality team, Mackey often clashes with Mackey on how to handle things. He's more ideologic, while she's more blunt and headstrong. And while Mackey is more impulsive and nomadic, thriving as a tumbleweed on her own, JD has strong roots in his community and a soft spot for those in his close circle. This Australian native is no stranger to the screen, appearing in Michael B. Jordan's Without Remorse, Spartacus, The Flash, The Vampire Diaries, and Home and Away. Deshaun Jackson, Scene Sagar. Another member of the American NCIS agency is Deshaun Jackson. Jackson is Mackey's right hand, loyal and optimistic. Deshaun shares Mackey's uptight rigors for being by the book and helping his command leaders. But his Australian partner and team members are helping him break out of his shell and live a bit more. In addition to NCIS Sydney, we've seen Sagar in series like Fate, The Winx Saga, Sisters, Buffering, and Our Girl. On the movie screen, he's been in Guy Ritchie films like The Covenant and The Gentleman. Later this year, he will appear in Mea Culpa, a Tyler Perry film, with Trevante Rhodes and Kelly Rowland. Evie Cooper, Tuli Narkle. Tuli Narkle plays the Australian partner, Evie Cooper, to Deshaun Jackson. Evie is the liaison officer constable for the Australian Federal Police. Evie likes to push Jackson's buttons, contradicting his stoic military persona with a less formal attitude. Narkle is new to US audiences, but she's done several works for Australian TV including Bad Behaviour, Mystery Road, Origin, The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, Black is the New White, and All My Friends Are Racist. Doc Roy, Rosie, Penrose, William Gins. Roy, the group's doctor, is the forensic pathologist who assists NCIS with the cases it investigates alongside the AFP. Penrose is an ex-Australian Navy medic who exudes an air of aloofness. But he bonded with the team and started to show us his unique personality through Sydney's first season. It was too cute to see him with his little dog Buster on NCIS. Sydney, Season 1, Episode 5. William McInnes, the actor behind the character, is a well-established Aussie actor. Australians know him for his roles in shows like Blue Heelers, Unfinished, and The Newsreader. Bluebird Blue Gleeson, Maverney Hazel. Blue is the forensic scientist for the dual-country liaison between NCIS and the Australian Federal Police. Her shy awkwardness contradicts her quiet brilliance and genius mindset. She often sees connections in the cases they handle that the rest of the team misses. Her camaraderie with fellow Aussies JD and Evie gives us glimpses of her fun persona when she's not fumbling in intimidation of Mackie's larger-than-life aura. Other than NCIS, Sydney, Hazel has also starred in TV roles for Neighbours, headlined It's Neighbours, Pipe Up spin-off web series, and appeared in shows Shantaram and Halifax, Retribution. So fanatics, chime in and tell us what you think of the news of NCIS. Sydney coming back for a sophomore season. Did you enjoy seeing our favorite naval investigative services in a faraway land? Which NCIS are you most excited about watching in the fall? We're eager to see the origin story of Leroy Jethro Gibbs, narrated by Mark Harmon and starring Austin Stowell.